Hey, so I just came back from Hershey's Chocolate World. I loved it. First of all, I loved it. So this isn't one of those like, here's everything wrong with Hershey's Chocolate World. No, this isn't this kind of video. If you think this is kind of video, you see this button right here? Wait, you gotta do that. I did all 4 things, and here are at least one or a couple things I would change about each one. I'm gonna start with the one I have the most problems with, and that's the Candy Expedition ride. This ride was not replaced. If you guys are old enough to remember, which you hopefully should be, um, there was a 4D movie there. I actually liked the 4D movie. It was really cute. I don't remember most of it. I just remember it was really funny. That got replaced with the Candy Expedition. So if you're someone who hasn't been there in the last like 10 years and you're wondering what the heck is the Candy Expedition, well, I just told you. The Candy Expedition is simple. There's 6 islands, each one is a different candy. There's Kisses, Reese's, Twizzlers, Kit Kat, Jolly Rancher, and the Hershey World. Hi, this is future me. I forgot to mention one, and it makes sense because I don't even like this candy. There's also the Almond Joy Land. I just thought I'd put that out there. Like the Hershey bar, and then there's Chocolate World. I don't know, it's very confusing. Here's how that works. There's 2 islands, and you have to vote. The whole area has to vote for which island they go to. Which would be great if you went to all 6. You don't. You only go to 3. And I know what you're saying. But that's the point. It makes you want to pay so you could go back. That's great. I went twice and I did the same things 2 times in a row. Do you see the problem I'm having here? This is what I would change about it. Instead of having it where you vote, if you've been, you know how at the beginning the employee will ask you a bunch of questions about candy. Do that, but every time you have to make a decision, you're going to all 6 islands, but how you go? So you'll start off. I'll make it this way. You'll start off at Kisses Island. I don't remember what the island is called. You start off at Hershey Kisses Island. And then you get a question about okay, you get 2 questions. They'll first show up the Reese's question, and then they'll first show up the Kit Kat question. So let's say more people get the Kit Kat question right than the Reese's right. You're going to Kit Kat Island. Then you go to Kit Kat Island. You get another 2 questions. Reese's, or let's do Jolly Ranchers. But it'll be a different question about Reese's, so you don't just do the same one. That way, the people that want to go see all 6 islands don't feel like they have to pay more just to see it. And that's if people even voted. I wanted to go to Kit Kat Land so bad, and no one ever picks it. I mean, it was better the second time. The first time I went, it was 60-something for Jolly Rancher and 30-something for Kit Kat. I was so mad. Okay, next up we have is Hershey's Unwrapped. So, like I said, if you haven't been there, I'm going to summarize each of the events so it makes sense. Hershey's Unwrapped is pretty much you go into a little science room where it's a new teacher. I don't know if this is the thing every time because you're not allowed to record, so I can't go back and look at footage. But supposedly it's the teacher's first day, and he or she doesn't know what to do because first time I had a girl, second time I had a guy. So who knows? And it's the teacher's first day, right? So pretty much they're gonna teach you all about the 6 senses of tasting, that. And it's really cool. You get to eat a bunch of candy. I think if I remember correctly, the candy is Kisses, a Rolo, a Hershey's Cream Bar, a Hershey's Regular Bar, and a Hershey's Special Dark. This is the only thing I have a problem with. Just change the candy. I'm not saying you have to make a new box every time. Just change the candy. It's annoying having to eat the same candy over and over again. Or how about make it a new candy? You could still do the thing, but make it different candies so kids have an opportunity to try them. This is why kids have really specific favorites because they don't get a chance to try the other things. Hershey's Unwrapped would be the perfect time to do it. Let's say there's a new flavor of Hershey's bar or a new flavor of a Kit Kat. Put it all in the bottom. That way the kid feels not compelled, but the kid feels oh, I should try this because a lot of people are doing it. I wanted to make a brief honorable mention to the Hershey's chocolate tour. That it's a free ride. It basically just tells you like the exact step process on how the chocolate was made. It's really cute. When I went on it, I guess people don't like it anymore because the ride was empty. Like from front to back, it was empty. There was literally no one on this ride except for me and my mom. Hell, it was so empty that the workers were doing laps on the spinny platform. That's how many people. That's why like no one comes to it. I felt so bad. I'm like, this ride is so cute. Why does no one go on it? And then I also thought of the animatronics, and I'm like, yep, that makes sense now. Okay, so the next one, this is actually my favorite, so I'm gonna have at least a couple criticisms. This one is the create your own chocolate bar. I love this one. I feel like it's a must do. Like if you go to Chocolate World, you should do the make your own chocolate bar. It's incredible. It's great. Here are my problems with it. Number one, how the base versus the whole thing works. So you get to pick a base of your choosing: dark, milk, or white. This is where I got a problem with this. Not the bases. So towards it's before you get your sprinkles. Your whole chocolate bar gets covered in chocolate, but not the chocolate that matches your base. It's milk chocolate. Which I had a problem with it. I never thought that was fair. Because to me, it was like, what's the point of choosing the base if eventually you're just gonna get covered in milk chocolate? Like, my mom chooses white chocolate all the time. Hell, when we went there, she was the very few people choosing white chocolate. And I know why. A, because no one likes it. And B, it's gonna get covered in milk chocolate anyway. What's the point of doing white chocolate? It's no sense. My other complaint is the toppings. I always wanted to double up on those pretzels. Like, I always hated the fact that you can only do it once. Like, they should have an option that lets you, like, what if I want my whole thing just pretzels? Like, I don't want just a single thing. I just want the whole thing pretzels. Toppings, I mean, not the bar. Like, what if I just want dark chocolate base with just a full thing of pretzels? I can't do that. It doesn't allow it. Okay, so the last one is the trolley. I was saving this one for last because this one really depends on the host you have. So there's two different types of trolleying. There's the historical one, and then there's the fun one, which is like the one where you sing all the songs. If you like history and you like learning about stuff, I suggest doing the historical one. The one I did actually ended up doing both of them, but that's because I did the family one a while ago, and I just did the historical one. I personally liked the historical one a little more. I like learning history. So I found it really cool how I got to learn, and I had a really good questions. I don't like sitting there singing songs, and it makes me wonder how I stand through Disney movies, but that's different. If I had to change one thing about the trolley, so here's the difference. On the family-friendly one, when you eat the candy, they give you the history of the candy. Do that on the historical one. That's all I would change about it. Frankly, I don't have any problems with this trolley.